Welcome to Wildcards. We are DJs of crypto, where we talk about everything on the block.
Yo.
What's up?
This shit working?
What's up, homies?
Oh,
Is this thing on?
Is this shit happening right now?
That's right, I said hammy.
That's right, I said hammy.
Yeah, you're listening to Wild Cards. We're about to start it up in a second. Roy just woke up. He's ready to hit some buttons and make some fun happen. That's how we do. We got smiley faces and laughing faces. We got a busy night tonight. You know who's going to be in the house real soon? What up? It's Wild Cards. What does that mean? It's Friday night. ¿Qué pasa, hermanos and hermanas? Is that what you say, hermanas?
Yes,
Bienvenido on Wild Cards. That's what's up. Friday night. It's Wild Cards. If you ain't been here before, you're missing out. It's Friday night. What do? It's basically us in the living room, kicking it with each other. And started out by just a whole bunch of DMs with the homies, and we're like, let's have a voice chat. And the voice chat became us talking shit to each other online and on these Friday nights and having a blast. Over time, we started getting a whole bunch of awesome projects just rolling through and kicking it with us. I'm not going to do the whole list, but I mean, shit, we got everything from Universe 25. We had, the Dead Rabbits up in here. We had Fettuccine in the motherfucker. We Wild Tangs had them over here. I think one of the first nights where they were out making noise, they came and got stuck in the gauntlet with Beto. So we do a whole bunch. We like to have fun.
I show love, bro. What you mean?
Well, you show love, but you ask the questions that some people are too scared to ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why we're here.
Sometimes you scare them away, Beto. Just saying.
I think D-Clay was scaring them away that time.
Hey, actually, guys, as we could tell due to recent events, I don't know, man. I feel like that's the best thing that could have happened, bro. My boy just came in, took a little punches, a little dance a little bit. Look at him now, bro. Hey, that's right. I said hammy.
All right.
That's right, I said hammy.
So, Wild Cards, it's not financial advice. It's just a whole bunch of knuckleheads talking shit with each other. We happen to love cryptocurrency and NFTs and talk about a lot of shit. If you were lucky to hear us last week, you would have been blessed because our boy Hemi got the spotlight for a hot minute last week because he's our local genius when it comes to cryptocurrencies, learning the stocks and understanding all that stuff that smart people know. So he rolled up last week and took the mic for a hot minute and really
balls to the wall.
His balls to the wall. Like, just
that's
saying.
Right, I said hammy.
That's right.
That's right, I said hammy.
And it was a great lead into, so, shout out to Hemi because he's also doing another space with Malibu and Viva. It's called Tag Team Crypto. And instead of just talking shit, being idiots, they actually, like we do here, over there, it's a whole bunch of learning. I have a notebook filled from last week, and I'm not playing. Like, they use all these acronyms and all these things that you see on TV and read in the newspaper.
It's not financial advice.
Not at all.
financial advice, but clarifies like a motherfucker. So shout out to you guys even just that, because there's a whole bunch of different spaces that are going on, and that's actually one that's, I think, really needed, you know?
But let's look at the one that's really, really needed, the one that you, in that pretty PFP down there, that CNFT me, please, the one that really matters.
Well, we all matter, but shout out right there to CNFT me, please, a.k.a. the Cosmic Adonis. That's right. He and I did a Twitter space this week basically focusing on mental health, mindfulness, taking care of yourself, getting your mind right. And it's not me making my stupid jokes and whatever like I do here. It's actually CNFT me, please, a.k.a. Sean, really educating on some strategies on mindfulness, on breathing, on changing your perspective or refocusing your perspective. So I don't know. Like we said before, Twitter Spaces have given a new forum, means of communication, and for projects to get out there. I think that a lot of projects in regard to NFTs and everything, if they're not going out and doing Twitter Spaces, nobody's seeing them. Like, you know, you're not able to connect with them as easily as, you know, going into a Discord necessarily and shooting the shit. So here we are tonight, and that's why I don't know how we got blessed to have these motherfuckers up in here, but Ada Ninjaz are in the house tonight, and the plan is, again, if Ada Ninjaz, bless you, if you haven't listened to the show, I apologize in advance. Roy hits a whole bunch of buttons, and he fucking really distracts people a lot, and like we're just having fun, but trying to get that info. And as you might have heard a second ago, we got people like Beto who's here to ask those questions that people don't want to ask and get embarrassed if, you know, somebody knows they really had that question. So without further dudes, I see somebody from the Ada Ninjaz is up in the house. What up? It's great to have you here. Roy, make it happen, brother. Go, Ninja, go, Ninja.
Hey, before we get started, though, want to drop that we have a giveaway going on today, too. From,
shit!
Yeah, Crypto and the end down there.
See
you, bro. If you stick around towards the middle of the show, we're going to be giving that away. So
is there a tweet we can pin up, Hemi?
Hemi. Balls to the wall.
Hemi.
Yeah, I'll get on that.
Hemi.
Right on. Hey,
That's right, I said Hammy.
So if somebody's going to pin that up there, shout out for just doing a giveaway for real. Like, how does that kind of shit happen? So, like, shout out to Crypto NDN down there. He's rocking a Kong with that Citron in the back, and dude decided
he
just
got
to
them
be
God eyes. You glazed over that part.
Pardon me, with them God eyes. Who just decided to be that dude and say, yo, give this shit away. Much respect, wanted to help support the fucking wild cards. So, for real, appreciate that.
He's a baller. He's just flexing on us.
Flexing. So, that's where we're at. I don't know if I hit the record button this time. I'm looking at it. I don't see a red flashing light, so I don't know what that means.
Who's going to pin that? You know what I mean? Like, get busy.
Hey, Hemi, you want to drop that? That's right, I said Hemi tweet so we could, start the giveaway. And while we do that,
that's right, I said Hemi.
Wait, hold up. Declan, can you do that one more time?
That's right, I said Hemi.
That's right, I said Hammy.
Hey, and we could actually just tweet out the space too to get more people in here. You never know. I heard Charles stopping in today. I mean, I don't know if it's true, but that's what Kahuna said.
I mean, I think it's true. Look at
Ada girl.
Look at the speakers up here.
Oh, she's here. That's right.
Ada girl,
You
shout
guys-
out your space tomorrow real quick.
Yeah. Yes. We're gonna have a women round table tomorrow, y'all. Nighthawk. It's gonna be awesome. Y'all should stop by. And I have to tell y'all this. This is some stuff that I have to tell you. You know, they're gonna have like a right before the round table, they're gonna have a trivia show or a CNFT trivia show. And one of the questions is about me, and the question has to do with this space, y'all. So, I mean, that's an easy question for y'all. I'm just saying.
What?
I'm just saying. Yes.
I already know the question. I already figured it out.
Hey, give us the answer, Swag. Hey,
Say what?
Give us the answer to the question, bro.
It's what space does Ada girl have her own theme song for?
Dang. You heard it here.
But can neither confirm or deny this, but y'all got it in the bag.
That's right.
Love you guys.
That's right. We love you. Come on now. We love you. That's why we have so much fun, and that's why fucking your hubby, who I thought I saw down there as well, is going to grab the mic in a second and say that he usually doesn't like to talk in spaces, but if he's not going to grab the mic right now, okay. Just in case. I was ready, Malibu. And
he's making
your
steaks,
name's not
y'all.
Malibu.
He's making steaks.
Of course, you eat like kings. It's not, if it's not Taco Tuesday, it's Steak Friday, apparently, with you guys.
I guess he wanted steaks tonight, so he's grilling them. He's grilling them on his grill.
That's what's up.
So y'all are awesome.
Hey, Stevie,
when's your
shout out to Stevie. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, real quick. You can ask me any question you want, Clay, but I want to just I want to write down.
I'm not gonna ask you anymore, bro. After this, I'm not asking you again, bro. So you lost it. Let's just go back.
No,
I'm
bro.
Goodbye.
It's
gone, bro. That disappeared, bro.
And Clay, the rocks are ready, bro. Damn.
Damn.
Bro.
Shout
out to the homie Taxi down there, man. Because Taxi's not here today. He's sick, man. I was going to give a little shout out to the homie Taxi and the homegirl Nova taking care of Taxi right now. So, little love to the homie Taxi.
Shout out to Taxi. Live from Neo, Miami. What up?
A Mack truck taxi.
The cab is here.
The cab is here. So,
the cab.
Ada girl, last question, just so I can write this down. When's your space? What time? All that, real quick. Hit me.
So actually, I can pin it up to the top. Is that okay?
Oh,
then you can.
Please pin that shit. Like I know how to do that.
All right. Yes, it's tomorrow, and I believe it starts at 2 p.m. my time. So, but the tweet has like all the time zones so that there's no confusion. But it's going to be great. It's going to be the CNFT Trivia Awards, and then it's going to be the Women's Roundtable. It's got a lot of amazing women. It's got the Claymates. It's got Ali Illustrated. It's got the Shannon from JPEG Store. Y'all, it's going to be epic. Y'all should come. And I mean, man, again, y'all already have the answer to one of the questions.
Hey, Stevie, before we kick it off and we give all the attention to Ada Ninjaz, can you do me a favor and check your DMs? I got a surprise for you, my man.
Ooh.
Oh, what's going on there?
Hey, no surprises here, my guy. Share that shit on the... Hey, Roy.
We're honest here, right? This is a circle of trust here. What are you guys doing behind doors, bro?
Yo. Are you serious? Like, you're going to do this to me right now before we have to, like, do an interview and shit right now? Like,
I know what it is. This is pretty. That fool put his 2-week notice.
I want to know.
That fool put his 2-week notice, guys. I told you guys, goddamn it, he's leaving us. 2-week notice. That's it. I told you guys.
I'm in my prime right now, D-Clay. What are you talking about? I'm in my prime.
He's about to start his own space. Call that shit, bro, the wild card.
Call it in my prime time.
yo, Roy, for real, dog. Like, what the shit's that all about? Okay, so like, I'm like in awe. I'm almost speechless. Never really, you know. But Roy, like the champ, for real. Like, that's crazy. Just, I'm speechless. It's difficult right now. That's funny. I got a custom ugly bro, yo.
Oh,
I'm
damn.
like shaking right now as I'm looking at this shit. Like, really, like, I'm bugging out. I'm sweating right now. Yo, Serge is a fucking animal.
Damn, Roy, got that boy hot and bothered, bro.
Yeah, like, no,
Yeah,
really, like,
I tend to have that
Stevie,
effect on
you got
people.
a custom out of you, like you?
I got me.
Damn, Stevie, let me see that bad boy.
Yeah,
Yo.
so he had reached out and he asked me to get photos of you, and I was like, man, that's kind of awkward. So when I reached out to Stevie, he was real concerned. He's like, what are you gonna do with these photos, man? You better not make no memes of me. Better not do me dirty or anything.
I was worried about some salad tossing, if I'm gonna be honest with you about
That's
my
true.
face.
You already know.
You guys do
Know
have
the
history,
color
I'm
from
saying.
Yo. Okay, so I'm so sidetracked right now. I'm sorry. Yo, Ada Ninjaz, I'm so sorry that I'm this sidetracked right now. Much love. Thank you for rolling in. I really appreciate that. And so do all the wild cards. I'm just looking at my face done even uglier than I started out with. This is crazy. So I'm gonna tweet that out real quick. And
Hey, change that PFP, boy.
you know what? I'll do that right now, and that'll be the easiest way to do it. How about that, right?
It won't be as
Yo.
many as Roy.
And then Swag's gonna ask me the classic question: why are you so ugly, brah? Boom, boom, boom. That's me. Save that. Okay.
Yo, chill, bro. My girl was next to me. Hold on, let me walk out of here. Hold up.
Go ahead. It's okay. It's okay, D-Clay. So,
Damn.
shout out to Serge. This totally just, like, you know, sidetracked me like a mother. Ugly Bros. I was just talking to you today, Cobra, about Ugly Bros and Serge and him and the community. And I go to Discord just to say hi, and 2 seconds later, it's always a return hello and a conversation. And like, regardless of anything else, like, the roadmap has become more and more interesting the more I'm looking at it from the Ugly Bros. But when we all talk about the community and the community, dude Serge is like, he's that dude. He's that guy at the grill.
Man. Yes, sir.
Right? Like,
that's him.
He's that dude standing at the grill cooking burgers for you the way you want it as soon as you show up at his house. Like, that's that dude. So much respect to Serge. Again, like, that's gangster. That's gangster. Again, I don't want to be too sidetracked, but it's like, I was wearing a Hawaiian shirt in that picture. I think that was my like birthday dinner with my lady like last year, and that's just fantastic. I never knew I looked that beautiful as a ginger. Just saying. Shout out Ugly Bros and Serge. For real. We're gonna move on because like I can get emotional, and then it's gonna be 10 o'clock and shit happens. So, woo! All right, back in action,
bro. That PFP is so.
Go ahead, Swag.
Bro, your PFP is ugly as fuck, bro.
That's right, bro.
Hey,
shit, Clay.
You want me to say it or you guys?
Just so you know, too, your PFP ugly as fuck, too, bro.
The champ is here! All right, yo. Let's get on track. It's like 8:20 something, and, you know, Roy spent a good amount of time making sure that tonight was going to happen the right way. When the Ada Ninjaz showed up, that was beautiful, dude. So without further ado, again, Ada Ninjaz, welcome back again. Sorry for that sidetrack, but like, that was I just got my own ugly bro, yo. Like, it's crazy, and I'm sorry that we got off track there. But Ada Ninjaz in the house. I see a bunch of Ada Ninja PFPs in the house as well. And a whole lot of hands in the air like they happy that you're here too. So word, welcome. If you haven't listened to Wild Cards before, you're listening to it. Like, this is how we do. There's a whole bunch of sidetrack laughter, but we do get a bunch of interesting information. And we want to get that knowledge, yo. You guys minted your first season a hot minute ago. I think there's 3 seasons all day. You guys do everything from audio NFTs to visual NFTs. What else? You guys got that manga that my stepkid was flipping through today. The user interface on the mobile is gangsta. So what's up? Holla at your boy. Welcome.
Yo, yo, yo. Yo, straight up, man. You don't have to apologize for the distractions, boys. Love the energy. Love the energy.
Thank you. That's how we do. We keep it a little bit crazy up in here. You know what I'm saying? But for real, thank you so much for showing up tonight. Like, for real. I could tell by your accent it might be a different time than 8 p.m. where you're at.
It's 10:30 a.m. here in Australia at the moment. So not too early, not too a good time.
All right. Well, welcome. Great to have you. Basically, what do we do on Wildcards? You get to talk about your project, but there's a whole panel of homies here. Basically, you're looking at everybody from Cobra, Hemi, Hecka, Swag, Beto. You got Big Kahuna, Baba Booey, D Clay. You got Boy. You got Taxi. You got Vicalicious, a.k.a. CNFT Me Please. You got a whole bunch of dudes that are part of the Wild Cards that just kind of like to chime in and ask their questions. Again, I might talk the most, a big mouth, but by no means is this my show. This is our show, so they grab the mic whenever they want to. You know what I'm saying? And this is more of a conversation than a monologue. Wild Cards kind of started because we were all getting bored of just hearing like 5-10 minute monologues back and forth on Twitter Spaces, and having actual back and forths wasn't happening. So this is what we like.
Yeah, let's do it. I love the energy. I love the mixed group that we have here. Shout out to the new ninjas that have joined. Love the energy. Love it.
That's right. Ninja noises. So your project's been around for a minute, like a real hot minute, and it's gone all over the place in terms of like what's being presented. Because like I said, and jump in and stop me. I got like the 3 different clans which were the 3 different drops, right?
Yeah, so we launched our first drop in October last year. The first clan, Arama clan. Did the second drop in February this year of the Atsuko clan, and the most recent one, the Daisuke clan, we did, when was that? Let's say in May. And yeah, all 3 sold out seasons, 26,000 NFTs, a big achievement for us as a whole for the CNFT space. Try to improve the.
Hell yeah, that's a 3 sellouts,
Yeah, we did. Look, we tried to improve the artwork and innovate in the space as much as we can with the 3 seasons. And yeah, multimedia project, did heaps of different verticals, manga, comic, obviously the big one. We have music as well. So shout out to Mirai Music, who was here just recently. He did the music for us, and now we're doing the play to earn game. So hopefully that becomes a big hit in the space for us.
So I'm sure that I'm not the only one who really wants to know about this play to earn thing, because that's kind of like, what everybody's looking for, some utility or interactivity with some of their, NFTs. Some you'll just like to look at. Some they're making you dough on investments, but some you want to do something with. And so when you have a play to earn, I think I saw a clip of it, maybe did by Reddick, because he loves those video games. That's right, Reddick. But tell us about the game and how it connects with the NFT or with the manga, and what you mean by play to earn exactly.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning, I guess. So we launched the 3 seasons of NFTs, and at one point we were like, okay, we need to start introducing a bigger, wider utility, and in the form of a token. And so we wanted to release a Ninjaz token quite early on. We had this conversation back in December last year, but we were like, okay, well, we can't just create a token and release it without no utility. So what's the best way for us to do it? One could be, purely the metaverse play, getting some land going, bringing the ninjas into the metaverse, or we can take it a different direction and introduce a game with the full play to earn tokenomics. And so we dug deep and we said, okay, what's happening in other chains and how are they approaching play to earn games? And for us, it was just a really cool way for us to introduce the storytelling elements and the IP that we've built into a game. And we've spent long and hard in trying to understand how we best do it, with legal requirements, but then also mechanics. And luckily, we onboarded Smokestab, who's a small indie game developer on the Unity platform. And we just kind of did heaps of brainstorming sessions and got to a really good conclusion on how we can progress. And when you think of Ninjaz, it's like fast-paced action hack and slash game, and we wanted to introduce that to the community. And
Don't let Roy disrupt you. By the way, that dude just you can keep going. Don't worry about those noises. That happens.
All good. And so we just said let's do it. Let's let one of the big things in our server is that there's a lot of clan banter between the 3 clans, because once you join the server, you got to commit to it, and that's your clan for life. So there's heaps of clan banter. So how do we bring that into a game environment? So it's PvP, clan versus clan, and if we bring the tokenomics into it as a play to earn element, that just takes it to the next level in a sense.
And now you're playing to earn the Ninja token?
Well, we've just released the alpha. So the alpha has the basic gameplay mechanics. It doesn't have the tokenomics just yet. So we're still finalizing the tokenomics and ensuring that there's proper balance.
Was it like a mobile game or something? Something simple?
Sorry?
Web browser?
Yeah.
Game.
It's on the desktop at the moment. We do aim to introduce mobile play in the future, because that's how we get mass adoption. But at the moment, It's just testing some basic functionality, right? So with your Cardano wallet, right? That's something that we've had to innovate, especially with the game. Store data, and then also connecting the policy IDs to the game. So if you hold a certain policy ID from the Ninjaz collection, you get a special skin in the game. So we've tested that functionality. Now it's like, how do we take it to the next level? So we have the baseline ready to go now. It's that what we're doing is seeking funding through a token raise. And then once that's all sorted within the next couple of months, noting the market sentiment, once it gets better, we'll do that release of the token and introduce it into the game actually.
That's gangster. Now you said using your NFT, but so you'd have like the general concept of the artwork. Would you be, in the other version down the road, have your actual NFT be your image that you're playing?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's going to be 2 elements to that. So the first one is anyone can play. So anyone who doesn't own a Ninjaz NFT can still log on and have a basic avatar, but we do hope to scale to the degree where, because the Ninjas collections are special to us, we do want to port those 3D assets into the game so that you can rock your ninjas and the other clans in a sense.
And including, sorry, go ahead.
Was the game like a initial goal, like when you came out with the project, or was it just like a manga and like storytelling?
So the game for us was secondary to what we were doing, right? We had an initial game dev on board who just said, hey, I want to build something fun for you guys. And, we kept it quite a bit of a secret. So it wasn't part of our roadmap. Our roadmap was was the manga creation, because we got the community involved in, voting on the storytelling side of things. We're building as much of story between the three clans as possible. We're creating soundtracks for each clan. And then, we got to a point where the game development, got to a really good state. And then we just said, let's go full scale, right? Because, that was a narrative as well at the time. And we found a really great way to connect our token to the game. So, the community really wanted this. And then we just made a surprise announcement to say, hey, game's coming in 2 months. And then, next thing you know, it's like the biggest conversation within our community, which is crazy.
I have a question regarding the music. Who's working on the music? Is it a team or is it the community?
Yeah, so we onboarded, we're partnered with Mirai Music Production since the start of the project back in September. And what we've done with this music creation workflow is quite unique in the sense that the community get to be involved in the process. So they got to pick the genre, they got to pick the style of melodies. So we created about 4 different baseline melodies, and then got them to vote on, what they preferred, and then also got them to help us write the lyrics as well. So, and with the most recent song coming up, the most recent song coming up, we're taking it to an even bigger level where, some people are actually recording voices, and then also helping us record some of the baseline melodies, whether it's playing a guitar, playing bass. So we're getting them really, really involved in this process, and giving them, co-producing rights as well.
Well, that's pretty cool. I'm big on music. I actually do music myself. Well, at least I used to do music. And that's pretty cool, actually, having the community involved in that type of stuff, picking up the bass lines and the melodies, and that's pretty hot, man. Good stuff.
I got another question. So, like, I wasn't a big fan of the art on, like, the first collection, but, like, the second, or I don't know if it's the second or third, but it seemed like the art got, like, more detailed, or it was, like, totally different person. What's some background on that? Like, is the artist in-house? Is that, are you paying for that? Like, is it 2 different people? Yeah.
Yeah, so when we started, we had one NFT artist. So Vivek, he's our core NFT artist. He's from India, and it was a bit of a kind of learning experience for him, because he didn't know much about crypto. He's a very introverted person. Doesn't like to be on camera. So we need to understand how we traverse that space. But he just loved drawing, right? And so we said, okay, this first collection, let's base it off shonen art, which is your traditional young adult teenage art in Japan. And so once we got that dialed, we said, okay, how do we take it to the next level, right? But then also introduce a level of increased art design, new attributes, but then also a different art style, right? There's more aligned to the clan, right? And Atsuko clan, the second clan, a lot more paint sketches, right? So a lot of brush strokes, not just the basic line art. There was a lot of brush strokes. It was a darker theme. So there's a lot more maturity coming through these characters. characters and much darker with the design as well. Once we did that, for the third clan, we're like, okay, we need to take it to the next level again, right? How do we do that? We got our graphics programmer to help us understand how do we generate art that's moving. We got V to also work on After Effects. So he was learning After Effects at the same time and learning how to make some of these designs. We've got our manga team. So we have a team of 3 artists on our manga team doing the manga. They got on board to do the art for the third clan as well. So that work that we did for the third clan was about 2 times in terms of time and resourcing to get it done. We also got Mirai Music to do custom stems for the third art, and it was a crazy journey. It was, everything we did was new. The actual file size of the collection is about 1.2 terabytes. So I think we crashed JPEG for a while. It took us about a week to generate all the art, which was a bit crazy. But yeah, I think the third one really showcases what we're able to do, especially innovating in the space and pushing the boundaries of Cardano.
All right, I like it. I got another question for you. So I don't know, like, the mint prices for each of these mints. So, like, what was, like, total ADA revenue, and, like, what have you done with the ADA, and how many Lambos have you bought?
I wish we had Lambos, mate. You know what's really funny? We started back in October, and I think ADA was about $2.20 at that time, and it's only gone down since, right? So although we've sold the collection of the same size, in terms of the revenue generated in fiat components, it's just gone down and down. So it's a really interesting dynamic for us as a business to understand, how we be agile and understands, the roadmap side of things, because, a lot of our staff still need to get paid in fiat. It's not as simple as, just transferring some ADA to them. And that's something that we need to understand, maybe as an ecosystem, how we better traverse that space, right? And for us, it's just about doing the best to build through the tough times. So, everyone's talking bear market, everyone's talking about mental health and, looking after each other. The volume's quite low as well. But for us, we have a core goal.
What was the total ADA, though?
I think it was close to about 2 million ADA. But if you look at fees and stuff, we've got some cuts out of that. For the second and third drop, the founders didn't take any cuts from the revenue generated. We fully invested the funds into developing the products.
So 2 million across all 3, or is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, crazy amount. We're a bit crazy journey for us, and it's only going to get better.
Especially as the market.
No Rolexes.
No Rolexes, mate. No, nothing. I did get a watch from my wife when we got married, but it's definitely not a Rolex.
Hell yeah!
Congratulations on your marriage, by the way.
Thank you. It was really interesting in the environment because I got married in January, and we did the Atsuko launch in February. So I was in the middle of my honeymoon, and I was like, "Sorry, honey, I need to get back to work and make sure this drop is smooth, and I promise it'll be rewarding." So yeah, luckily we did sell out, and it was a great result for us.
Did you get married in your garb from the NFT? Did you look like one of them?
Well, look, I tried to push that, but being a bridezilla that she is, I don't think that would have been a good sight for her or the people around.
Yeah, you might not still be together at this point, so I guess it's all right.
Yeah, I don't even think she knows what an NFT is still yet, to be honest. So there's a bit of an onboarding process to get her involved.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's an NFT or Twitter space tomorrow night. I think it's being held by Ada Girl, and she flexes strong with the women in Cardano, and her and Chrissy have often offered to educate a lot of these homies, like ladies, on NFTs a little bit to make it a little bit easier in the household.
You already know. Bring your women to us, and we will educate them. But then you got to watch your wallet, dude. Like, legit for sure. That's what it is. That's what's up.
Yeah, we know that because our boy Taxi, who's not feeling well tonight, love you, Taxi. He's the front man of the operation, but Nova, his special, beautiful lady, she's the brains of the operation. Just saying.
Shout out Nova.
Shout out.
The cab is here.
The cab,
bro. If you're gonna shout it right. D-Clay, what's wrong with you, dude?
Nah, the cab, bro. The cab, brother champ. The cab, bro. Come on, are you sleeping on
Patos
him, my boy?
locos forever.
Go ahead and mute up, D-Clay. Continue, Stevie.
I don't need to continue shit. So where we at right now? Where we at? So Tommy is answering questions and talking about what's going on with Ada Ninjaz. It's interesting. I asked the killer question, like if that was one of your first plans of doing the game, and how that was eventual after just manga, storyline, comic, and all that kind of stuff. I also had that same question about the artwork too, because it's evolved during each series or each season,
I have a question about the game because normally what the NFT community is most of the time told is, or the impression that we have is that making a game is very expensive and it usually takes a long time. So you guys are doing the game. How far are you guys from completing it, the last phase, and was it really that expensive?
So the actual development of the alpha I wouldn't say was too expensive. We got the baseline infrastructure done quite quickly within a couple of weeks. What actually took most in terms of time and resourcing was understanding the back end side of things. So how do we connect the wallet connection to the web app, to Unity? How do we ensure that it's safe and secure when people are playing, and people can't cheat, right? So one thing that took us some time was actually we have a system in place where if someone tries to cheat the system, if let's say an attack does 50 damage, but all of a sudden an attack does 1,000 damage, the back end system automatically bans. Right, so when we introduce the play to earn element, this is something that's really important because you're playing with real tokens and real world dollars in a sense, where if someone can cheat the system, there's no going back, right? Because that's in their wallet, they've earned the tokens and stuff like that. So that's the part that takes up the most time, and we've spoken to smart contract developers such as M Labs in this space, and understanding how do we make things via a smart contract. That's where the money will come in and the fees will start raking up, right? Because we know Plutus devs aren't as cheap compared to other chains, but then also there's less of them around, right? So they come at a premium. And for us to do this right in terms of building the game ecosystem to be what it needs to be, right? Not just a basic, let's say a basic game with one function, because we want to have multiple functions like PvP, clan wars. We want to have spaces where people can build their own games. That will take us, upwards of a year to develop that at full scale. And, for us to factor those costs in and do it right, that we are doing a token raise, and we are reaching out to VCs in the space to see how we can build some equity and capital to ensure we build the right game. So that's what we want to do. It will be built in phases. So we're not going to be going down and disappearing for a year and then all of a sudden there's game, right? We'll release the game in batches, just like the alpha, so people can actually play and have fun. And then, more importantly, give us feedback on what they want, right? Because we're building for the Cardano space. We're not building necessarily for mass adoption just yet. And then we'll take it from there.
So I appreciate that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. I'm sorry, Steve, but before you jump in, what's the backstory of the game? Like, what's it about? Obviously, ninjas, but do you guys have that already planned out, or are you just phasing it out? Like, what's going on with that?
Yeah, storytelling is really important to us, right? So introducing that role-playing element between the three clans has been a key driver for us. So, if you are considered to be, pledge your allegiance to the Arama clan, how do you come in and play as that clan? How do you come in and have an opportunity to fight the other clan? And what's the reward there, right? So role playing is really important, but then also the reward, right? So it's not just going to be, okay, well, if I fight you and I win, I don't get anything. There has to be a worthwhile reward for someone to enter the arena, you can say, and compete and play. So introducing that, the challenging aspect where, there is some skill required to play and compete with the other players. It's not, luck based or RNG based. I think that's where we're going to set ourselves apart with all the other games where, yes, I understand there's a lot of card games on the space, and our great friends at Wheels of Rome are developing a great card game, but we want to be able to introduce a very, fast-paced game, right? Where it's you're swinging your sword, your katana, you're throwing your shuriken. Like, it's a bit of a mess for what's going on, but that's what's going to make the game super fun.
That sounds pretty cool. I'm a Ninja Gaiden type of guy. You know what I'm saying? I love ninjas, so I'm going to wait for this one.
You mentioned the tokens. How are you going to do a token raise, and what is that?
Yeah, so, when we thought about releasing a token, and we looked at a lot of other projects in the space, especially the GameFi projects on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, when the game's conceptualized, there was an allocation of tokens, to be sold to VCs at a discounted price, let's say 10 or 20% discounted to the ICO. And so we thought that was a really great opportunity for us to seek like an intense amount of capital to develop the game at full scale, right? So it was only fitting for us to go down this route. And we're speaking with VCs at this point in time. We've committed a lot of resources to ensure that we do a fundraising campaign that's correct, that's fit in terms of regulatory requirements as well. Because we'll be taking a proper investment, through enterprise companies, but that gives us the best opportunity to build the right game for the community.
When you say develop the game at scale, what are some ideas as far as like how you would do that in the future? Like, are you talking about different online capabilities or something bigger?
Yeah, so we're at scale is how do we introduce all the elements that we want? So the basic gameplay requirements, or the basic gameplay mechanics at the moment is you enter a minigame arena and you fight the AI or you PvP with other members, right? And we want to have an ecosystem where we're able to develop not just a small number of mini games, but we can develop thousands of mini games. So someone who enters as a casual player has plenty of different arena types that they can play, different maps that they can play. It's just a simple repetitive nature of playing 5 or 10 games, every day. It's about you come in, you can only play about 20 games, but there's 100 games to play from, and then you can invite your friends to come and play, or fight people in different arenas. So that's how we want to scale. Obviously, there's the mobile port, which will introduce a lot of mass adoption for us, but it's understanding, okay, well, is Cardano best fit at the moment in terms of maturity to introduce, wallet connecting via mobile app? Is it safe? Is it secure? But then also there's a big education piece for us to onboard, whether you're someone from Cardano, but whether you're someone who loves playing games but knows nothing about crypto. I think a lot of resources will be spent in the marketing side of things to ensure that we get that user adoption to come through, which hasn't been tested yet on Cardano.
And I assume that users who don't have NFT or one of these seasons of the NFT will still be able to earn the Ninja token on the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have the freemium model. So anyone who at least opens up a Cardano wallet can connect and log into the game. So that's a first test for us. So who's willing to even open up a Cardano wallet, right? It's very simple. When you go into Nami, download the Chrome extension, store your seed phrase, and then you can log on. But how many people are willing to do that? And that's the thing that we need to really test. But then, of course, our ninjas, they're special to us. So if you own a ninjas, you will get special perks, whether that's scaling to come in as an actual avatar that you own, or there are other special perks. But understanding the game balance side of things, it can't be too powerful, right? Because then it doesn't make sense for us or it's not fair for newcomers to come in to be overpowered by the ninjas, you can say.
Nice, I love it.
Hecka.
How many ninjas does each core team member hold? Like OG, we found this. How many ninjas you hold? So the founders don't hold any ninjas. The team do hold a small number of ninjas that we've allocated to them. But myself and my co-founder Zushan, we don't hold any ninjas. If anything, I think I hold one ninja, which is, I hold one ninja, but that was a test mint. Might do that as a giveaway in the future. It's just an internal conversation for us, because one of the biggest fears we had was if we minted, we might end up getting a rare, and that might not be fair for the community. But over time, we build the game and go much deeper into the space. We might allocate some resources to start collecting, because I do love collecting NFTs, and it's only a matter of time before I have at least one of each clan. Now, right? While it's lower, right? If you're bullish on yourself and what's going on, I would buy now, because I would know what's going on behind the curtains, and I'd be stacking now. There's nothing wrong with that. As a team building their own project.
The real question is,
So the question was what, Swag? Why isn't he's stacking some right now, showing belief in the project? You were just really soft when you said it.
Oh, man, but I'm in my car with my AC on full blast. I had to turn it down. But yeah, if you're building this project and at the end of the tunnel where it's gonna be, you should know the value is gonna be there. So buying now would prove to me that you're bullish on your own project. Just
And I think that that conversation is picking up as well. So for us, it's at some point we will be stacking our ninjas, and with full transparency, I think every time we make that purchase, we'll communicate that to the community. But yeah, we'll be doing that shortly.
And I see the other end of that. Real quick, I see the other end of that. People get worried when you see, like, you know, the founders or the team holding a shitload of them, and there's not a lot of, you know, wallets besides the owners, besides like the founders or the team, you know. So then they can dump or kind of manipulate price.
Pieces, they can have 10 in their wallet.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a good balance between, you know, owning, let's say, 10% of the collection versus owning a small handful that we enjoy and love. You know, absolutely. We'll get that right.
Because, like, in most games that I've played, I love when a developer of the game like comes and plays their own game with me. Like, that's lit as fuck. So if you're not gonna be there hanging out, playing the game, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, and you know what? We'll be hosting tournaments so that, you know, any ninja that wants to face us off, we'll be ready, and we'll be, you know, we've all committed to clans as well. So I'm loyal to my Arima clan. Arima clan is the best. All right, so if anyone wants to take a challenge and face the Arima, let's do it.
Shout out Arima clan.
Hey, real quick, in about 5, we're gonna do the drawing, just so you guys know. So tag your friends, let them know.
Yo, say that loud, Hemi. What'd you just say?
I said in about 5, we're gonna do the drawing. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, man. Okay.
Tag your friends, family,
a bit aggressive, Hemi.
Whoever you got.
A bit aggressive. Simmer.
I love it when it gets aggressive because boy, you just kind of step on people. You know what I mean? You don't let people speak. You know, people are trying to talk, and you're not letting them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Hemi's trying to say something.
I've been hanging out with D. Clay and Roy too long.
That's right, I said hammy.
Hammy. Balls to the wall.
So it's safe to say. So it's safe to say that we are going to expect future mints off of the project.
So what we have in place at the moment is there will be a Ninja's burn. So from the get-go, you know, we understood that, you know, we do have a big collection of 26,000, and how do we introduce the role-playing elements into the game, right? So there will be a Ninja's burn, there will be a massive war that comes in the story, and then we're going to see what clan comes out on top, right? So there will be an unequal amount of ninjas to be burned in terms of the 3 collections. And we want to introduce the role-playing elements of it. That there will be a 4th collection generated from that, and then we'll take it one step at a time. If there will be a 5th and further collection, because the important thing about the game is, you know, there will be NFT items with the play-to-earn games. So armor, equipment, potions, maybe even blueprints for your you know, to build new equipment. So. That will generally increase the size of our overall ecosystem. But yeah, we're not going to forget about the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd clan and subsequently the 4th clan, which hasn't been released in terms of the info just yet, but it's going to be really critical to the actual manga and how that plays out.
So what color Lambo did you get?
You know, I was watching what's his name, Mr. Beast, and you know, I really wanted to get a Lambo. He was like, went out a bit of shopping and entered one of those Lambo raffles, and he got back like 6 little toy raffles, Lambos. So I might go to the shop and pick up one of my hot rods. You know, yeah. But I do love yellow. I do love yellow and green. So maybe one of those.
Post it, bro.
Is the
transparency, you know what I mean?
The champ is here!
Tommy, I was gonna ask, does the clan that you use throughout the gameplay affect the game style? Like, are the RMR clans known for attacking, the Daizukis are known for defending, or how's that work?
The champ is here!
So we've had internal conversations about this and whether we should implement special attacks or special benefit to each clan. We haven't do that just yet, because the last thing we want is people trying to find. It's really hard to balance, right? Because it's like if it's one special skill, and if we end up doing competitive gameplay, and one skill becomes quite overpowered, then everyone's going to flock to that in terms of the clan. So we're still trying to understand how that works in the play to earn environment, but we do want to introduce like unique perks. It may not be actual power ups in it to a degree, but there will be something special for each clan that makes them that aligns with them.
Yeah, that sounds great, and it really incentivizes people to use the clan that they're rocking with, right? The clan that they choose to play with. I like that idea.
Yeah, look, it's just so hard. Every time you want to introduce this new element into a game, it's like, well, how does that have unintended consequences? And you have to really simulate the environment, which is it's something that we're learning every day.
Yeah, and that's one of the things you mentioned. It's really unfair when it's discovered that a particular attribute is really overpowered, right? Because then some whale comes in and sweeps that whole clan up and just stacking Ada.
Question on NFTs you hold. Since you don't got many ninjas, what other projects you holding?
Yeah, I think myself and Zushan, we're big fans of course, Buds, Claymates. We do hold a small number of the blue. Say we do love supporting the smaller projects as well. Shout out to some of the projects here. Maria and the Book of Ikigai. Only Wish Success. I think Cryptic Kids Club. That's a project that's launching real soon. We're hoping to purchase some of those. We have great connections with Eden 7. Own some of those. So every now and then we just make a few more purchases. Earth Natives as well. We have some of those. UNV. Yeah, look, it's just some smaller players every now and then. We've got some goats as well. Shout out to, I see a goat PFP here. some great variety of people out here actually too. So hoping to pick up an Ada Tunes eventually, because we also hold a Degen Tunes on Ethereum, so that's cool.
Yeah, a bunch of us here hold Degen Tunes as well, I believe. I know Cobra loves his Degen Tunes. I don't know, it just, to be honest, this is just me, it just really resonates.
Yeah, it's just so funny how like Degen Tunes, just one of these projects really aligns with the Cardano side, and it's become a real like trend, especially for both our communities to unite. It's awesome.
Absolutely. There's even Twitter Spaces. Speaking about the importance of Twitter Spaces, there's a bunch of them, and some very specific ones that do the cross chain type thing. And I know like the Ada Tunes NFT that recently dropped. That's not the same as the Ada Tunes Twitter space that was going on back before. Ada girl, you want to jump up and say something? I see your hand up, and you might want to clarify over here.
Yes, so I am really excited about that. I love that song, y'all. So the thing is that we have so Monk and I post a cross-chain Twitter space. It is an amazing space because we take projects that are for Cardano. We also take Ethereum projects, and we each other about our blockchains, which, you know, one of the things we want to do is just eliminate tribalism and maxism and stuff. So I love Ada Ninjaz. I've been collecting for a while. I have a lot of Ada Ninjaz. And so, I mean, if you want to get on the space, would definitely let us know. DM me or Monk, and we will definitely make that happen, because again, what we're trying to do is educate each other on each other's chains. And I love what you're doing. And I think it is something necessary in our spaces. You know, we can't, tribalism is going to either, it's going to end us in a way, because when I went to Consensus, a lot of the IOHK people really also believe that in the future, interoperability is going to be essential. So I'm super excited. And if you want to come on down, just let me know.
100%. We have our community lead, Vivid, here, so he'll reach out to you guys and let's make it happen. We'll 100% get on that space for you guys and share the knowledge. I think one of the early women's spaces I was on, you know, we happened to onboard Flawed. You know, he was like, I never heard of Ada Ninjaz, but, you know, there was because we had at that time head of marketing was a female, and she was part of that conversation too. And it was just really great to see how, you know, the space kind of like supported each other. And it's only a matter of time, like you said, that we introduce what we do here at Cardano to other chains, and when things mature, you know, having a lot of that cross-chain capability. And that's something that we want to implement at Ada Ninjaz with the game as well, right? Once we implement the play-to-earn elements, how do we synergize with other chains and provide their communities access to our game? So maybe it's, let's say, for example, let's look at Axie Infinity as an example, right? How do we onboard those gaming communities into our game? Is it special perks? Is it special collaborations, sponsorships? You know, these are all the ideas that are running through our heads at the moment, and how we do that in the future.
Well, I really appreciate that. And one of the things that I really want to make very clear is that one of the reasons that I looked at your project at the very beginning was because you included females in your drop as well. And so I was really excited because you didn't see that very often back then, right? So I thank you for that. I thank you for including female images and powerful, wonderful female images, because that's really all about. I'm like all up in so thank you. I really appreciate that you guys did that. And yeah, definitely let us know.
I really want to expand on that conversation a bit more with the introducing females into our art set. We initially started as wanted to do a unisex body, and we had a lot of female community members come through, and we were pretty close to launch at that time, but there was a big voice from the community to say, you should introduce female specific body types, female specific clothing. Yeah, so not just like unisex clothing, like hoodies and stuff, like actual female kimonos and stuff. And we literally just put our heads down and said, okay, let's make it happen, right? And this was about 2 weeks before mint day, so we regenerated the entire assets. We created new assets, and then we made it happen, which is a really good outcome for us. And now
God.
I love
it.
It was actually the females that, so we had Caramelli, one of our admins, and then also a lot of other female community members. We put them into a group. We had conversations with them. We said, what assets do you like to see? Like, how do we fix the body structure of some of the design so it's more feminine, but it also have that powerful, sense to the ninja. And yeah, we made it happen. It's cool.
Dude, that is my jam. I love that. And that is one of the things that really attracted me to the project, because you didn't see that very often. And I don't mind, projects that have very sexy women and things like that. That's not the problem. The problem is that we also need to counterbalance that we need powerful, images of women, and you guys totally nailed it. So thank you. And then that story makes me even more bullish on your project. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's awesome.
Yes, what's up? There's not a lot of projects that have a large female presence in the images of the, like you even mentioned like Universe 25, like they're rare. They have a bunch, but they're a rare trait being female. So yeah, word up. Same, Clay's got a bunch of female. Like there's like not a lot. So word up. I didn't realize that would be something that would really be on the radar like that. So, girl, thank you for your perspective.
Not only females. Yeah, not only females, not only women. We're talking about powerful women. That's a whole different category right there, brother.
That's right, brother. That's right.
And one thing that we had to really be careful and considerate of is when we did the rarities for the traits, if one male had, a rare trait, there had to be a counterpart in the female attribute. Right? So if you go through the rarity scales of what we've tried to develop, there's a quite aligned scale between both, the male and female. And, we didn't want to put male, female into the metadata, just, in the world that we live in at the moment. But there is a good alignment between, both sexes, you can say.
Yo, word, Kev. You got something to say, brother? I see you grab the mic. What's popping, homie?
I just got done taking a dab. I'm trying not to cough. I'm smoking some cereal milk. I fucking love Ada Ninjaz. I have not played the Shards of Nineveh yet, but I have like a couple of hours. Yep, I do. I do smoke weed every day. And Ada Ninjaz was one of like the first NFTs that I got like all secondary back in December. So I fuck with them. I don't have anything to say. Thank you, Wild Cards. Thank you, Stevie. Thank you, Hemi. Roy, you're the most toxic Space Buds owner. Nope.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
That would be me. I want to be the most toxic Space Bud owner.
No, it's Roy.
The champ is here.
It's the champ.
The champ is here.
Shout out to Wild Cards. Shout out to Wild Tangs. Shout out to Wild Tangs getting some fucking love today. Fucking with the collab.
Hey, the homie Cap Wiling.
Shout out to Swag with that shark thing, man. There we go. We need to get the Jaws music. I'll have that ready. I'm going to work on that tonight. I'm not going to sleep till I get it done for you, Swag, right? I'm going to work
sleep
and the sleep till I get that right.
The champ is here.
Yo, Roy, you almost got me in trouble the other day when I did that meme. Fucking somebody else was like, "Am I the clown now?" It's like, wait, no, I thought that was Roy's goat.
I'm the clown.
Yeah, I had nothing else to say, but I'm the clown.
It's all right, Kev. If anybody has a problem with you, just have them DM me. I'll sort it out. Don't worry about it.
The champ is here. Motherfucker.
So we do have a winner for the contest real quick. I'm going to go ahead. Stutter Boy 69 did win the Melting Boy.
Oh, bro, that's rigged.
That's right. I said
That's rigged.
Appreciate
That's
you.
rigged,
Appreciate
bro.
Crypto MDN for donating. And congrats again.
Congrats, Stutter, but not congrats. I don't know, bro. I think it's rigged. But anyway, congrats, man.
Yo, and again, shout out Crypto with those fucking gangster eyes, okay? Swag, okay? Beto.
respect on his Kong, bro.
My bad, dude. I missed a trait, and I recognize that's like a legendary trait. I apologize to our homeboy, and I apologize to Kong Nation, Congress, and everybody. I said it, okay? Crypto NDN, though, for real, like, shout out you, like, out of nowhere, dude just says, yo, give this away for the show. That's love. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
That's
Much
fam,
love, man.
for real.
Respect. Hey,
Yeah,
Swag, what do you rate that Kong out of 10?
To be honest, not a fan of the hat, but everything else is hitting. So, like, you gotta give it a pass. So, and there's not that many guys, so there's slim pickings. But that one's fire. I'll take it. That was the same.
Let me hold that.
His wallet is Hemi, if you want to send that.
We
May I
each have our
suggest?
preferences on traits, so, like, you know, we all have an opinion.
May I suggest a sample from Final Fantasy Victory Song? Final Fantasy VII Victory Song for your toolbox.
For who?
Write that chat down, Roy.
It's
I got it.
Victory Song. I'm just saying, it's the best song.
Yeah, guys, see, you guys don't let me have a social life. I got to stay up all night now doing this stuff. Thank you.
Hey, Hemi's got
You're the master.
Offload some work onto you, bro.
Yeah, so this is a typical night over
Just
here
saying.
on Wild Cards. In case
Thanks
you
for the
didn't
help,
know.
Scott.
Hemi was up on customizing his own custom Wild Tang suit because, like, he didn't get one. He was feeling a little bad about it, so he had to up his game.
I did, bro. I couldn't do any sweet whispering into the Tang's ear and pull.
It's all right. Me neither, Hemi. Me neither.
I got a freebie from the Wild Tang. It was so sweet. It had a couple of flowers in her head. It's a he, but I'm calling it a her. Fucking amazing. So we proceeded to buy 10 more.
Nice. I bought 3 more today, so I got 5 now. I'm little fish.
Hey, we all just shrimp out here, bro.
I want to give massive respect to Swag's space buds. That's fucking fire.
It is fire, but hey, yo, on the real Beto, if you want to send me some Tangs to kind of help you out, that's a big bag. I'm just saying.
It's not.
Hemi's the address. I'm saying.
Though, bro. We gotta keep rolling man.
So check it. This is where we're at. It's 9:15. I miss El Duque. He's supposed to be here telling me and yelling at me about this stuff. But Tommy's hands up, and we're here for Ada Ninjaz. I just wanted to remind you I fucked up tonight, so I'll hear it in the DMs later that I didn't hit the record button early. It sucks because usually... Yo,
Steve!
Patos locos corren.
Brother!
Oh man!
I was busy getting Roy all fired up, feeding him coffee and bourbon all at once, and rolling those blizzards for him.
And
so,
apparently giving him photos too. So I mean,
and I was giving him photos.
Hey, yo.
I was getting ugly. I'm so.
Hey, those photos are nice.
Yo, Steve, I'm not
28
sure. I'm not 100% sure it's not unrecorded because I still got like a little notification that it was being recorded. So just in case.
Thanks, Cobra. It's good to know. I feel
Got
a
it.
little bit less bad about shit. So we're gonna, if it is or isn't recorded, this is like the first part of the show. So we're gonna like start wrapping this up in about like 15, 20 minutes. And then we're going to come back and be uncut and even uglier, even stupider. Roy's going to be hitting even more buttons as he usually does. He likes to cut me off a whole. He likes to cut me off. I appreciate him for that, though. You know what I mean? Like, Big Kahuna is going to be grabbing the mic more, I'm assuming, at the second part of the show as well. And maybe even on
Hey, at work, though.
We'll be there, you know? So, again, I just want to remind you, this would usually be the recorded part, but it might be, it might not be, and that's on me. Not be. But Tommy, grab the mic. You're here. We're Ada Ninjaz, and we've gotten a whole bunch of information, and I think a whole bunch of people are interested in the project if they weren't before. So holla, dude, what's popping? Talk to me. I feel like a dick because I'll tell you. No, let me tell you now, if it was recorded or not, I don't care. I gotta bare my soul for a moment. I minted that. I was in the Discord. And then there was some point where, again, October was like near the beginning of like my Discord life. Like I only really started that shit in September. I'm an old bastard, okay? So like by October, shit's popping. I'm loving it. And then like after mint, I was still there, and it was so hard to keep up because I feel like a lot of give all their information or a large portion of it in the Discord, and it's not often spread out as much as some idiot like myself needs it, who scrolls through Twitter more but gets overwhelmed when I have all these different Discords I got to tap into. You know what I'm saying? So my beat, because I've had no idea what was going on really until the last mint, where somebody hollered at me like, yo, shit's got audio. I'm like, what? So my beef on you like that, but I didn't know half the shit I know right now because I wasn't as deep in your Discord as I probably should have
That's
been.
why they're here, bro. Wakes people up.
So just
Go
saying,
ahead, Tommy.
Tommy.
Awesome. Yeah, I do need to be at another commitment in about 10 minutes. So just wanted to see if there's any questions from the listeners, maybe as one last question. But to your point, actually, I wanted to expand on that because we know that attention is like spread really thin because like, you know, every single CNFT user is in hundreds of other servers, right? And sometimes it's just a matter of, okay, I have some spare time today. I'll go into all of my servers and just check, you know, what are the big announcements, you know, what's the chats going on in the general chat, and then kind of move on. So something that I think we need to kind of understand how we traverse that space. Don't have any answers to it because that's just the nature of what we do at the moment. But yeah, what we actually try to do in terms of communicating is any announcement we make on our Discord always goes on our Twitter. You know, so there's always that spread of communication. But I think there has to be something better than Discord for the long-term growth of our ecosystem. But when that day comes, it will come knocking. But I'm not too sure what the answer is just yet.
Well, I'm going to tell you what half the answer is. I'll do part of your job for you. Just I'm playing. Your website, even the mobile version, is pretty fucking gangster. It's really comprehensive. It has the whole wiki section, so you have all the answers right there. You have the store for your gear. You have all the clans. I think you even to spread like the notion of community. I feel like I remember even like a list of like biggest Cardano NFT sales, and so things like that to include not just your project, but to let people know if they're on your site, you know, and they don't know a shitload about Cardano NFTs, like, holy shit, these things have sold for a whole bunch. Like there's investment in there as well if they didn't know that before. So I think that's your first step potentially. And again, this isn't any advice because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but your website's on its way. And now with like Eternal, those new DApp availabilities, like now when I open up Eternal, there's 3 or 4 more dApps every couple weeks, just to link to phone. So like it's so much easier to do that. I think that, you know, incorporating your game being mobile, but also pushing your website like that, because I think that's a key location for mad info.
Yeah, for sure. We have a blog on there that we're trying to provide a lot of more, coordinated information. So we look to improve that user experience. But absolutely, I think our website still needs to be worked on because some of the roadmap information is quite obsolete. But yeah, we'll put a lot of effort into making that a more smooth experience for everyone as well.
That's what's up. So if anybody has a question for Tommy, and Tommy, thank you for spending so much time chilling with us. Really appreciate it, for real. If anybody's got a question, holler at your boy Tommy here, because dude's got somewhere to be, and he's a busy motherfucker. He's out, you know. Doing his thing like that. So if anybody's got a question, now's your time. If not,
anybody from Arienzo?
Well, Tommy, it was a pleasure having you here, man. And really appreciate you dropping by. And good luck, man.
Thanks, everyone. It was really really fun to be part of this. You know, like stay wild, guys. Like this is. It's a fun space to be on. Although there's some distractions, don't let that don't worry about that. It's all fun and games, guys. This is one of the more enjoyable spaces I've been on. Thanks, everyone.
Really appreciate that.
Tommy.
Come back anytime, brother. Appreciate it.
Take care, boys and girls.
So, Tommy, motherfucker, great to have him here. It was Ada Ninjaz, shitloads going on, 3 different drops, video game, play to earn, alpha, or beta, I don't know how that shit works, but basically it's the rough draft and shit's going to be bigger as time goes on. No Lambo, no Rolex, but a whole lot of hustle right now. So that's where we're at. If we're recorded or not, what we're going to do is we're going to dead this motherfucker, and then we're going to start it up about a minute afterwards just to uncut and even uglier. All right? So thank you, everybody. That's how we do. Thank you, Ada Ninjaz. You guys are great motherfuckers over there.
Go, Ninja, go, Ninja, go.
That's right, I said hammy.
That's right, I said hammy.
That's right, I said hammy.
Cobra!
Thank you for listening. Please rate and review this podcast. And until next time, have a kick-ass day.